Tell them the guy never went in the house.
They were playing a little grab ass with each other. I did see them grab each other.
So are you saying, taking you literally, that they grabbed each other's asses? Is that it?
No, I'm saying grab ass. It's a figure of speech.
Tell them the guy never went in the house. Good morning, Mr. McCabe.
Good morning.
Now, moving on to the waterfall on January 29th. I am not going to go through with you who arrived when and who left when and where people sat at which table. We're going to skip all that, and I'd like to streamline the questioning if I can. Specifically with regard to John O'Keefe and Karen Reed, they appeared to be quite happy that Kaylee had been accepted into Bishop Fian, correct?
John, I recall talking to John about it, and he was happy that Kaylee was at Bishop Fian. I do not recall speaking to Karen about Bishop Fian, but definitely John was happy about Kaylee being in Bishop Fian.
All right. You have previously testified that they were both excited about that, have you not?
If I did, I did. I just know that John mentioned he was out because he was excited about Kaylee being at Bishop Fian. If I looped them both in, then they both were happy. I don't remember what I said when I said it. I didn't, put it this way, I didn't see her, she wasn't happy about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I'm just going by your words, sir. As far as you could see, they were both excited about her acceptance, correct?
Yes, yes.
And it appeared to be new news, correct?
Oh, yes. It was news they were waiting on, yes.
Right, you hadn't heard it before, this is the first that you heard it, correct?
I don't know if I heard it, if a kid had already leaked it the day before or that day, but first I heard it from John.
All right. But it was clear to you that it was really important to John O'Keefe that Kaylee get into Bishop Fian and go there, correct?
They applied, he was excited for her to go there.
And it was clear that he believed it was an achievement for her, correct?
Yes.
And you could glean also that John O'Keefe felt like it was an achievement for him as well, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Could you glean that from him?
He was happy that she got in. I don't know if he felt it was his achievement, he was happy for Kaylee.
Of course. And you spoke with both of them during the course of the night, correct?
Yes.
Neither John nor Karen was intoxicated in your view, correct?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
They were drinking. I don't know what the guideline of intoxication is, but they were drinking.
Do you recall testifying before the grand jury regarding this matter on April 26th of 2022?
If you have that, then I must have. I don't recall my questions, that question specific, but yes.
Right, well, I didn't ask you about the questions. I just asked if you recall testifying before the grand jury on that date.
I don't remember the date. I recall testifying before the grand jury.
Oh, if I suggested to you that it was April 26th of 2022, would you quarrel with that?
No, did you say would I quarrel?
Yeah.
No, it was definitely around that time.
Okay. And at that grand jury presentation, Mr. Lally was there, correct?
Yes.
None of the defense team was there, correct?
No.
Karen Reed was not there, correct?
No.
And there was no judge there, correct?
No.
And April 26th was approximately 3 months after January 29th of 2022?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that your memory about whether or not John and or Karen was intoxicated would have been better on April 26th of 2022 than it would be today?
May we approach, Your Honor?
All right, I'll see you at sidebar. Jurors, feel free to stand up.
Proceed.
Yes.
I had just asked you if your memory of your observations of Karen Reed and John O'Keefe from January 29th would have been better on April 26th of 2022 than it would be today.
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
And that's because your memory doesn't get better over time, correct?
I don't know. I would say it's fair to say, yes, my memory would be better that day.
And on that day, you were asked by Mr. Lally, obviously you've had social occasions with Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed before, correct? And your answer was, oh, yes, right?
Objection, Your Honor.
I'm gonna let that one go.
My answer is yes, I had previous, I don't know if I said, oh, yes, but my answer was yes, of course, I had previous
and-
relationships with them.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, sir. I don't.
I'm saying, of course, I had previous relationships with them.
And the question that I wanted to direct you to, just to put it in context, was did either of them, speaking about John and Karen, on this particular evening seem sort of overly intoxicated to you? Do you recall that question?
I don't recall the specific question, but if that's the question,
And your answer was no to that?
yes, if that's my answer, then it was no.
All right. In terms of whether you can confirm that that was the question and answer, if I showed you the transcript, would that refresh your memory?
Yes, of course it would.
Lines
Just-
13 to 15 for counsel. And I didn't ask permission, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Did either of them? Thank you.
Having reviewed that transcript, did I get the question and answer correct?
Yes, you did.
Just a couple more things about the waterfall. I wanted to ask you about Brian Albert and Brian Higgins, sir.
Yes.
They are both pretty big guys, correct?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
Yes, they're good-sized guys.
Did you see Brian Albert and Brian Higgins practicing fighting at the waterfall?
Practicing fighting?
Right. Did you see them kind of square up in a fighting stance to each other?
I recall them grabbing each other. I don't recall them squaring up like they were fighting each other. No, they were playing a little grab ass with each other. I did see them grab each other. They were playing a little grab ass with each other. A little grab ass. I did see them grab each other. I don't recall a physical, hey, let's go, duke it out. I do not recall that.
Okay.
I did see them grab each other.
So are you saying, taking you literally, that they grabbed each other's asses? Is that it?
No, I'm saying grab ass. It's a figure of speech.
Okay.
They were playing a little grab ass with each other. A little grab ass. I did see them grab each other.
But what they didn't grab each other. They were in a fighting stance, weren't they? Didn't they crouch down low with each other?
I'm telling you, I don't recall seeing them crouching in a fighting stance. I recall someone grabbing somebody.
So are you saying, taking you literally, that they grabbed each other's asses? Is that it?
No, I'm saying grab ass. It's a figure of speech.
Okay.
I don't remember who grabbed who. I just recall like a bear hug or something. I thought I recall them doing a bear hug.
All right, so you recall them, one of them getting behind the other one and kind of restraining them or grabbing them?
I think there was a bear hug, yeah. That's what's in my memory. I don't.
So that's Brian Higgins, and that's me.
Okay, we'll go ahead and play this. Pause. You see what you just did?
Yes.
What'd you do when you slapped his right arm?
What did I do?
What did you do? What are you doing?
It looks like I'm just being silly, fooling around.
Okay, what are you doing? Why are you grabbing him from behind?
I don't really know.
Is that a wrestling hold?
No,
Is
I
that
don't
a
think so.
control hold?
No, I don't think so.
Is that some sort of a control hold that you've used in the past?
Bear hugging somebody? No. That's just a silly fooling around with my buddy.
Let's go ahead and play this. Stop it.
Recall what time you left the waterfall?
I left the waterfall after midnight, give or take 12:10, 12:15-ish. I don't know the exact specific time. well, a little before 12:15, but definitely 12:10-ish, 12:15-ish in there.
And you were one of the last to leave the waterfall?
Yes, as I had mentioned,
Your wife parked your vehicle in the driveway, correct?
yes.
Which side of the driveway did she park your vehicle in?
As I mentioned yesterday, I don't recall if it was immediately on the left, meaning the left towards the lawn, or if she was in the next spot over. She pulled in. I don't remember exactly if it was here or one spot over, but she pulled
Cars were in
into
the driveway at that time.
at least two. I don't recall if there was more than two.
When you parked in the driveway, fair to say that there was no black SUV at the Alberts home?
Are you referencing Karen's SUV? I don't know what color the Albert's cars were.
Oh, okay.
Are you referencing their SUV?
Put it this way. Yes, I'm referencing Karen's SUV.
That was not at the home.
And that was not in the driveway, correct?
Karen's SUV was
Right.
not in the driveway.
And it was not adjacent to the property or on the street anywhere that you could see?
Correct, it was not there.
All right, but you say that there was a Jeep in the street at that time, correct?
There was a Jeep parked in front of, the end of the driveway, in front of the mailbox.
And that Jeep belonged to Brian Higgins?
I found out it belonged to Brian Higgins. I didn't know it was his Jeep when I arrived.
And it had a plow on the front of it?
Yes, it did.
It was parked adjacent to the Alberts property on Fairview, facing up the hill toward Chapman Street, correct?
Yes,
And at the time that you arrived, that was the only vehicle that was parked on Fairview Street adjacent to the Albert property, correct?
yes,
And your testimony is that that Jeep remained parked in front of the Albert house, just to the left of the driveway as you faced the house, until Brian Higgins finally left and drove it away at the end of the night, correct?
that's my recollection, was his Jeep was out in front of the mailbox.
So, Mr. McCabe, I'm highlighting with a spotlight the front of the Alberts home. When I get to the point where the Jeep was parked, can you stop me? And you can adjust it right or left if I go too far.
Objection, Your Honor.
Can we have him use the laser pointer first and then?
Sure. Hope you're better than I
Yeah.
am. May I, Coach?
I was hoping I didn't have
Oh,
to
you
do
have the
this.
other laser pointer.
I don't have one.
That's fine.
No.
I missed that. I was looking down at the laser pointer.
If you could, yeah, please.
The Jeep was right there. From the edge of the driveway, to right there. I believe it was a two-door Jeep.
The mailbox that's spotlighted there, would that have been where the back of the Jeep was?
Yeah, the back would have been right in the vicinity of the edge of the driveway in the mailbox.
That Jeep was there the whole night. Brian Higgins didn't go out to move it at any point, correct?
I never saw Brian Higgins go outside to move his Jeep.
About 5 minutes after you got to the Albert home that night, you saw a black SUV parked outside the home, correct?
Yes, again, I don't know the exact minutes, but give or take, 4 or 5 minutes.
And when you saw that black SUV parked outside the Albert home, Higgins' Jeep was still there, correct?
Yes, to my recollection, the Jeep was still outside in front of the mailbox.
The black SUV was parked in front of Higgins' Jeep with the plow on the front, correct?
That's correct.
You will agree with me that you've given conflicting information about where the black SUV was when you first saw it?
If you tell me I gave conflicting information, you can show it to me. I don't recall. I've always said the SUV was in front of the house.
Right, and when you said in front of the house, you meant that as you look out the front door of the Albert residence, which on Exhibit 66 would have been the door to the left, that's the classic front door?
The classic front door looking at the house on the main part of the colonial.
Looking straight out from there, that's where the black SUV was positioned, correct?
In that vicinity, correct.
Right, it would have been sort of directly in front of you as you look out that front door, correct?
Like I said, in the vicinity of looking out the front door was the black SUV. If it was 3 feet this way or 3 feet this way or 3 feet that way, I don't know. It was just out in front of the house.
Right. And that was where it was when you first spotted it, according to your testimony today, correct?
Yes.
But you spoke to Michael Proctor during the afternoon of January 29th, did you not?
Yes, I did.
That was the very day that these events occurred, correct?
Yes, it was.
You would agree with me that your memory of where that black SUV was when you first spotted it on January 29th would have been better on that very day than it would be today, correct?
Possibly, yes.
It's almost 2.5 years later.
2.5 years that I've lived in my memory, yes.
But your memory does not get better over time, correct?
Objection.
On January 29th of 2022, when you spoke to Michael Proctor, you told him that you saw a black SUV parked to the right of the residence as you look at the property from the street. Did you not?
I did not. Can you elaborate what you mean by to the right of the residence?
I will just repeat the question. Did you tell Michael Proctor on January 29th of 2022 that you observed a big dark SUV parked to the right of the house?
What right? Looking at the house to the right or looking at the house to the left? When you say right, I don't know what you mean by right.
Is your memory exhausted as to what you told Michael Proctor?
No, not at all.
So if your memory's not exhausted, would you agree with me that while you were at 34 Fairview, you told Michael Proctor that you observed a big dark SUV parked to the right of the house?
That could have been the second time I informed him of seeing the SUV.
Okay. If I suggested to you that that was the first time, according to what you told Michael Proctor, would you dispute that?
Objection.
Sustained.
Is your memory exhausted as to whether or not that was the first or second time, according to what you told Michael Proctor?
My memory is not exhausted.
Okay, so if your memory is not exhausted, do you deny telling Michael Proctor that you observed a big dark SUV parked to the right of the house?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
I don't know if I can answer it. I believe it's the second question.
All
I
right.
told him I saw an SUV and parked in front of the house. Then I saw an SUV move further up the road, which, looking out of the house, would be to the right of the house. So that would be when I saw the SUV to the right of the house, would be the second time I saw the SUV. I've always stated the SUV was in front of the house if looking out the front door.
Okay, so when you talked, so you deny telling Michael Proctor that when you first saw the SUV, by the way, sir, is this funny? I'm sorry. you
This
were
is
laughing.
not funny, sir. Not at all. It's been 2 years of misery.
Well,
okay.
You're smiling now, that's why I asked.
You keep repeating the same question.
Well, I'm trying to get an answer that you won't give me, sir. When you talked to Michael Proctor on January 29th of 2022, when you first observed the big dark SUV, you said to him it was parked to the right of the house.
Objection.
This is the last time on that question, is that right?
That is not right.
After being at the Albert home for a period of time early that morning, you left the home approximately 1:40 a.m. or so,
Yeah, give or take 140, 145. I don't know the exact time.
and you walked out with your wife, Jennifer McCabe, and two of Brian Jr.'s friends, correct?
Yes, Brian's two friends were joining Jennifer and I. We were driving them home.
And whether you knew their names or not that night, you subsequently learned their names to be Sarah Levinson and Julie Nagel.
That's correct.
And you all came out of the house together, correct?
Yeah, I don't recall who was where when we walked to the car, but we all left the house at the same time.
And directly in front of all of you was the front lawn, correct?
If I was to walk straight out the front door, yes, the front lawn's in front of me.
And when you were walking out, the black SUV was gone, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And when you first came out of the house facing that front lawn, you didn't see a black baseball cap, correct?
That's correct.
Or a black sneaker,
That
correct?
shit is fucking
That's
black,
correct.
Or
dude.
45 pieces of red plastic taillight,
Like you
correct?
could see the
That's
snow on
correct.
top
Or
of it.
even one, correct?
That's correct.
And once again, you didn't see a 6'2" man lying on the front lawn, correct?
No, I wish I did, but I didn't.
As you were walking out with your wife and these two other women, none of them yelled that they saw anything like that, correct?
Correct.
And then you all piled into the vehicle which was in the driveway, correct?
Yes.
You and your wife got into the front, the driver's seat and the passenger seat, correct?
Yes, I sat in the driver's seat. My wife was in the passenger seat. I had to brush off the car, but that's where we sat.
And the other two women who were friends with Brian Jr. got into the second row passenger seat, correct?
Yes.
And I believe your testimony is you don't know who was where within that, but they did get in there.
Yes, they were behind us. I don't know who sat in what seat.
Once you got inside the vehicle, is that when you realized that you had left something back into the house?
I don't recall leaving something in the house.
I'm sorry?
I don't recall leaving something in the house. If I did, I did. I don't recall leaving something in the house.
You don't recall going back into the house?
No, I don't recall going back into the house.
If you went back into the house, the front lawn would have been directly in front of you from the driveway, correct?
The lawn would have been to my left, and I would have went up the walkway to
Right.
the house.
Okay, well, that's my next question. When you went up the walkway, the front lawn would have been to your left, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And then coming out, you would have had the same view that you'd had the first time, correct?
Yes, I would have come back out the same way down the steps to the left.
And without going through all the various items that I asked you about in terms of not seeing on the front lawn, you know, the speaker, the cap, the tail light, et cetera, you didn't see any of that stuff at any point the second time, correct?
Correct, I did not see anything.
Okay, so now you're finally back in your vehicle and you are backing out of the driveway, correct?
Yes,
Is it fair to say that to get to strike that. Is it fair to say that to drop the women off, your plan was to head toward Chapman Street?
yes, that's what we did.
Which would mean that as you back out of the driveway, the rear end of your car would have been facing towards Cedar Crest.
Correct.
And then you would straighten out, and now you've got a straight shot up toward Chapman Street, correct?
Yes,
And it would also mean that you drove the length of the Alberts property, correct?
yes,
While you did that, sir, Julie Nagel never said, "What was that?" Did she?
I did not hear Julie say that.
She never said she had seen a black object, correct?
I did not hear her say that.
She never said that she saw a black blob, correct?
I did not hear her say that.
And she didn't say that the black blob that she supposedly saw was 5 or 6 feet in length, correct?
Again, I did not hear her say it.
And she never said that she might have seen a person, correct?
I did not hear her. You talk about in the car?
Correct.
Yeah, I did not hear her say it in the car.
Now, in the days after January 29th, you participated in a group text exchange with 3 other people. Do you recall that?
Could you name the 3 people?
Sure. You had a group text chat going with your wife, Jennifer McCabe, your brother-in-law, Brian Albert, and your sister-in-law, Nicole Albert, correct?
Oh, yes.
I'd like to ask you some questions about that group text chat, if I might.
Sure.
May I approach you?
Yes.
Oh, 02150.
No, show it to him, don't.
I'm sorry.
Attach it?
Oh, you show it to.
Show it to
Oh, I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Miller, and don't reference what it is.
You'd think this is my first try. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm showing you a document, sir, and if you look up or look at it by yourself and look up at me when you're done.
with you?
I don't use glasses, but I can't see this. So maybe I need glasses.
This is a page that contains the group text that you had with Jen McCabe, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, correct?
Yes,
And in terms of the question that I asked you, you now acknowledge that you testified troopers back out front, but in front of Asian House, correct?
that's correct.
Mr. McCabe, what is an Asian house?
The next door neighbors to the Alberts were Asian.
So you mean that a family of Asian origin lived next door?
Yes,
They were the next door neighbors to your brother-in-law and sister-in-law?
correct. They lived, if you come out of Fairview, they lived to the right of the Alberts.
And did you know their last name?
I had no idea that, I've never met them. I don't know their last names. I just knew it was an Asian family next door.
And you didn't feel the need to ask their names or try to call them by their names?
I've never met them,
The
sorry.
objections sustained. You know what, Ms. Giannetti, let's come to sidebar, please.
Did I get to see all the text or no?
And with the court's permission,
Yes.
I'm going to give you the previous page in case you need it.
Just give it to him.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Having reviewed that, do you acknowledge that you texted the group that you were trying to get a picture of what you were seeing?
Yes, I said I was gonna try to take a photo.
All right. You would agree with me that you were watching what was going on, correct, on February 1st?
No, I just happened to be driving through the neighborhood at that moment.
So you happen to be driving through, and then you texted the group to tell them what you saw, correct?
Yes,
And then you didn't just keep driving up the road and leave the area, did you?
I think I did.
Well,
I don't, unless you tell me I went back, I think I did. I said I was gonna try to take a picture.
right, well, that's my point.
Yeah.
You weren't, just having seen the troopers back out there at that house, in your mind, you still weren't done, correct?
I was going to take a picture to show them, oh, the troopers are outside your house.
Right, so in answer to my question, you weren't done with that scene, correct?
I think I was, because I don't know if I took a picture.
Well,
I think I went through. I mentioned I was gonna try to take a picture.
That's
I don't know if I took a picture or not.
you didn't intend to be done at that point, correct?
I didn't intend to be done.
Right, because you wanted to take a picture of what was going on.
I was going to take a picture to show them that troopers were outside in front of the
Right,
house,
you wanted to
correct?
continue to monitor what was going on, did you not?
I was not monitoring what was going on. I just happened to drive by at that moment.
May we be seen at sidebar?
Okay.
Having reviewed those, sir, does this appear to be an accurate transcription of the sequence and the content of the group text chat within that time frame?
Yes.
I would offer that, Your Honor.
All right, the only concern I have is I don't want to give the jury something they need a flashlight to read.
Well, my next...
So can I see it?
Of course. With regard to your initial text exchange that we talked about, can you confirm what you texted at 1:34 and 27 seconds in the afternoon of February 1st of 2022?
Troopers back out front, but in front of Asian House. Looks like more has been dug up there for at least, looks like it.
Okay. And who was it that responded to your notification that the troopers were back out front?
That would be Brian Albert.
Brian Albert Sr.
Senior.
And his response was?
Right now.
And that was at 1:34 p.m. and 45 seconds?
Yes, it was.
And you took that to be a question, correct?
Yeah, asking right now, yes. I responded, yes.
Your response to the group, I should say, was what?
I had to pick up a car, so I drove through.
All right, so this is a little further than we talked about.
Oh, I know, we're getting to the next. And your text to the group of you, your wife, Brian and Nicole Albert is what?
Trying to get pictures.
All right, I'd like to just go over two more areas of these group chats with you. you would agree with me that later that same day on February 4th, the four of you, your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, discussed in that group the fact that Michael Proctor was talking to Kerry Roberts over the phone, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
At 3:01 and 48 seconds, you commented on the interview of Michael Proctor with Kerry Roberts, did you not?
Objection.
Sustained.
You commented on the interview of Michael Proctor with Kerry Roberts, did you not?
Objection.
Sustained.
May we be seen?
Okay. Jurors. Okay. Jurors. Okay. Jurors. Okay. Jurors. Okay. Jurors. Okay. Jurors. So I'd like you to not leave the witness in the dark if there's something that he can have.
What I'm going to do now, sir, is to hand you 3 more pages and ask if you can identify those.
Thank you.
Those are from the same group chat that you identified earlier, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And it appears to have the same sequence and content of the group chat as well?
Yes.
I would offer that, Your Honor.
Over the Commonwealth's objection, again, I'm not sending anything to the jury that they can't read.
All right. You saw that at 3:01 p.m. and 48 seconds on February 1st that you texted, quote, "Very weird that she's been barely interviewed. The whole dead comment was just told. I was supposed to have them talk last night and forgot to tell Proctor to call her." Do you recall that?
I recall it, correct.
All right. And those were your words, correct?
Yes, they are.
And may that be displayed for
No, it's in. We may display it later, but I'd like to move this testimony along, so that's in evidence.
And then in that discussion, at 3:03 p.m. and 15 seconds, it was Brian Albert who texted, quote, "Hope they don't think she's making it up after the fact for some reason," end quote, correct?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
Yes, that's correct.
His next response, which was at 3:05 and 2 seconds, where he said, "But if they barely interviewed her, that's on them," correct?
That's from Brian. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Now, with regard to that exchange, you would agree with me that you were talking about Kerry Roberts being interviewed by Michael Proctor, correct?
I don't want to make an assumption. Do you have the text previous to this that shows that we're referencing Kerry?
I do, and I'll show you that only to refresh your memory. I won't be-
Yeah, I don't want to assume something.
I understand. I'm going to show you one page and ask you to look at it silently to yourself.
Okay,
And I've opened the packet for the page.
okay. Yeah, again, my assumption it's Kerry based. Can I go back another page?
Feel free.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Did those previous pages refresh your memory about the context of your group chat conversation?
Yes, it did.
And certainly it was talking about Kerry Roberts being interviewed, correct?
Yes, it was.
And you were passing along information about that interview to Brian Albert, were you not?
Yes, I was letting him know that Kerry was being interviewed.
And you were telling him things that she was saying, correct? Remember you said the whole dead comment was just told?
Objection, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I-
Sustained.
All right, in any case, we're going to move on to the very last discussion that I'd like to ask you about. Earlier that day, February 1st of 2022, at 12:50 PM and 37 seconds, Brian Albert texted the group, which would have again been his wife Nicole, your wife Jennifer, and you. And that text was,
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so, you know what, Mr. Yannetti, why don't you,
that's for the court, Your Honor. And for the...
so you're objecting to it, so I'm not going to let you say what it is. You can show it to the witness.
Yes, will do.
Thank you.
All right, so I won't allow, based on the objection from the Commonwealth, the second bubble on 02148. I will allow the author of the third bubble
It,
on page 02148.
no. The second bubble on 02148,
Is not allowed into evidence.
I need to be heard on that then.
No, all right, I'll hear you at sidebar. And Mr. Jackson, if you are planning on doing this with the next witness, I'd like you to let Mr. Lally know which ones of these you intend to use so that we can avoid all of this. And if you have a copy from me, that would be helpful for objections.
Court is back in session. Please be seated.
Mr. Yannetti.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McCabe, when we broke, I was just about to ask you about the last exchange here. You will agree with me that on February 1st of 2022 at 12:51 and 49 seconds, you texted the group chat to say, ask Chris to ask some questions, correct?
Yep, I'm reading it right now. Yes, that's correct.
And who was the Chris you were referring to?
That would be Chris Albert.
Brian's brother, correct?
That is correct.
And then you then texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house. Tell them the guy never went in the house. Tell them the guy never went in the house. Correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John O'Keefe.
When you told the group to tell them the guy never went in the house, that was you talking about how you should all get your stories straight, correct?
No.
You would agree with me that your stories are all straight in terms of the guy never went in the house, correct?
Objection.
Can you answer that?
John never went in the house. It's not a story, it's a fact.
Well, when you said, tell them the guy never went in the house, Brian Albert was on that exchange still, was he not? He was still part of the group text?
Yes, Brian is on the exchange.
And Brian Albert was the one to respond, wasn't he?
Yes, he did.
And then at that point, you knew Brian Albert was the oldest brother of the Albert family, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
The oldest sibling in that family, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And in his response to your instructions that his younger brother, Chris, should say that John O'Keefe never went in the house, or the guy never went in the house, you would agree with me that he responded with one word, correct?
Yes, he did.
And in response to you saying the guy never went in the house, Brian Albert's response was, exactly, correct?
Yes, that's his response.
All right, we're done here.
All right, Commonwealth, any redirect?
Just briefly, Your Honor.
When you and your wife
your wife was talking to Mr. O'Keefe and you were given directions, there was some reference to Bella's house, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And that was sort of used as a directionality as far as Mr. O'Keefe would be familiar with where Bella's house was?
Yes, that's correct.
What, if any, relationship in the past were you aware of between Mr. O'Keefe and Bella, and Bella's mother? I'm sorry.
At some point, Bella's parents were separated, since divorced. At some point, Mr. O'Keefe had a relationship with Bella's mother.
And after that conversation in which that was referenced as far as Bella's house, did you ever hear from John O'Keefe again?
Never heard from him again.
Nothing further.
Anything?
Just very briefly.
Okay.
You were just asked if you ever told anyone, if you told anyone what to tell the state police or investigators, and your answer was no, correct?
Yeah, I don't recall telling anyone to tell anybody anything.
So with regard to your statement, tell them the guy never went in the house, who's the them?
Do you mind if I go back and read?
Take your time.
I think I know, I just want to read it. The them was Channel 4 went into D&E.
You done with your answer?
Yeah, you just asked me who them was.
And the answer is, you were instructing people on the group chat to tell Channel 4 that the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yes, this was on February 1st. As I said, none of us in the house had any idea what happened to John O'Keefe, so we instructed, I was saying, we don't know what happened, he never came in the house.
All right, so,
That's what was my statement was.
sir, I didn't ask you for any of that just now, did I?
You just asked me
No.
why I said
I
that.
asked you who the them was. Did I
Objection, Your
not?
Honor.
You didn't. You look like you asked me to elaborate.
Okay. So your answer to my question is, the them was you were saying that Channel 4 should be told that the guy never went in the house. Yes or no?
Channel 4 was who I was referencing. Yes.
No further question.
All right, you are all set, Mr. McCabe. I will take those documents.
Thank you very much. I just walk out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your next witness, please, Mr. Lally.
Yes, Your Honor. The call will call Jennifer McCabe to the stand.
May 30th, Jennifer McCabe tried to get an order on me and was denied on First Amendment grounds. Judge Walsh denied the order because my speech did not contain true threats or fighting words.
He's nonstop. He writes blogs every day, and every day he tries to humiliate me, harass me. Most recently, he chased me out of a court hearing and prevented me from walking, had a big camera. He was harassing me, intimidating me. I was fearing. I didn't know what he was going to do next. He chased me to my car. He was calling me a cop killer.
You say chase.
Yes, he followed me out of the court and down the street significantly.
There were other press and reporters.
Yes, I actually have a thumb drive with a lot of this for you to be able to see. But he videoed the whole thing, and then he showed it on all his social media platforms. And then he proceeded to, post, this is a cop killer, she's a cop murderer. And then on that post that he did, he said that he wasn't going to stop. He was going to harass me every day. My kids are seeing everything all over social media. They're having panic attacks at schools, and I have to come pick them up.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to consider? You
Is there
haven't told me
any
already.
way that you can do something so he can't blog about me?
Significant portion of you have written I'm sure you can appreciate it. You're a quote-unquote member of the press. Probably not the message you're hoping to hear.
No, I
But,
understand. He came down the street, walked in front of me, was saying terrible, nasty things, then walked behind me, then followed me to my car. I mean, it was a good distance.
Yep.
I couldn't even make it across the street because he was in front of me. He was bumping into my husband. Then we're getting into our car, and he's yelling, cop killer, cop killer. I didn't know if he was going to come over to my car. I don't know what this man's going to do.
Right.
He seems to be getting more and more agitated every day and saying he's going to do things. Then I see live video outside of my house and telling me he'll be back.
They were playing a little grab ass with each other.
Tell them the guy never went in the house. Tell them the guy never went in the house. Tell them the guy never went in the house.
I did see them grab each other.
So are you saying, taking you literally, that they grabbed each other's asses? Is that it?
No, I'm saying grab ass. It's a figure of speech.